a more of a drive to continue to pursue what I feel is the right thing. Within the last week, I have been made aware that there is a state-of-the-art piece of equipment that is available to possibly assist within this investigation in locating these babies. And this piece of equipment provides ground-penetrating radar, and it's used by a company called Utility Services Group Incorporated, and they are based out of Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. And they've used this machine a lot for private use. Individuals who buy property or want to get their property properly surveyed, if they're doing work finding underground water lines, gas lines. But it's also been used a handful of times in locating certain grave sites for veterans whose families want to give them a headstone. And it has a 100% success rate. I have reached out, well, first off, knowing this information, you know, I have to make a decision. Do we stop and call it a day and say we've done something positive by bringing home these two babies' skulls and putting them in a general area where the remaining siblings are? Is that acceptable? And it's my belief it's not. I could not sleep at night knowing what if I would have brought this piece of equipment in and we could have united these babies together. And through all the cards, messages that I've received, a lot of people are telling me that this was put in my hands for a reason. And I have to do what is in my heart. And therefore, I am going to bring this piece of equipment in. This will take place this Friday. And in addition to this piece of equipment, they're going to also, the company is going to send a certified operator. We have the operator and the equipment for the entire day. I will have Ed Myers, the backhoe operator, with the backhoe, also present. I have also requested Dr. Dennis Dirkmatt, who is a forensic anthropology, who was here last week, as well as the forensic anthropology team. My office will also be assisted by the Cambria County EMA department and Box 11. They will be providing certain support, again, to the operation that will take place Friday. And again, I have to use all available resources that is available to me at this current time. And myself, along with my office staff, we are very hopeful that we will succeed in our mission in reuniting these babies. Is there any questions for me at this time?
Jeff, was there anything you found, obviously in addition to talking with Mr. Pupo over the last weekend, was
Yes.
there anything you were able to find in your record search that's going to help you kind of put that
My office staff has been aggressively reviewing old records, markings, combing through a lot of past history. And we are confident that we are in the general location. And hopefully, this radar equipment will provide a sound pinpoint location of where these babies are, that we can proceed. And you know, again, I want to reflect on the decision-making process that my staff and I had to do. This piece of equipment does not go through objects. So there is a probability that we may have to exhume the 2 baby skulls that we just buried in order to see what is below that, if we are very close or were very close. But again, I believe I need to follow through with this case and give it 100%. And since my office has been made aware of this mishap, it has always been our goal to reunite these babies. And that's what we're going to do. In doing our research, you know, we have found out a lot of information. It's been very educational on how things were done back then. And one of the things that we found out was back then, to separate graves, they used doors, wooden doors. And last week, while we were performing our search, we came across a doorknob, and it was approximately 4 to 5 feet underground. And we also found some wood in that area. And we were all stumped. What the heck is a doorknob buried this far down? And it was through our research that we found out that doors were used back then to, again, separate the grave sites. So is there any other questions for me at this time regarding the case and Friday? Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. As for Friday, I know you said you have, or you'll have that piece of equipment all day, and then you'll bring back Ed Myers, the backhoe operator. Does that mean you'll start as early as you can and go until you find something, go until end of day? What might that look like?
It's going to look like minute by minute progress. I will evaluate periodically what this machine, this piece of equipment is showing, and the confidence that I have at that time with the location. So it's going to be a minute by minute progress.
Are you looking, not only the mystery out there is too, is there anything buried there? Is that part of the reason you're going forward with this, because there could be no remains there, and these remains could be across the country at different museums, things like that?
I feel confident to say at this point in time that I believe that, and we have witnesses that were there. Again, I've spoken with former coroner John Barron. I have spoke with Mr. Pupo, actually at the grave site on Saturday. And through our investigation here from within the office, we are all confident that they were buried.
There was a box buried?
That there was a box buried, correct.
Are you confident that there was anything in that box?
I am hopeful. That those remains are in that box. And again, that's why I am bringing in the forensic anthropology team and also a forensic anthropologist. Just in case we do find, and hopefully find, this box, we can properly analyze what is in it.
What's this done for, like, how this case affected you and your staff here?
This case has been mentally exhausting, but it's something that needs done. It's on my watch, and we're going to do the right thing.
If the location device doesn't work on Friday, if there's just some more issues and problems with that, what do you think your next steps would be after the location device?
So, if this device, this machine, does not perform, I can honestly say that my staff and I gave it 100%, and it's something that I can accept. The case, if that were to happen, this case will remain open in my office until these babies are reunited. Down the road, if there's advanced technology, other technology that is created, available, you can bet that we're going to utilize all resources to do what's right.
Just to give us some columns, like a burial and then 5 or 6 feet, and then a door and then a burial and like that, or was the door like this?
Trench-wise?
It was more of a trench-wise. And the doors were used to separate those grave
So the
markings.
doors were like, instead of like this, they were up and down, like,
Yes,
thank you.
Is
yes.
there one key missing piece still this map? I know you found a lot of things, but
We are aggressively trying to get our hands, and we have been trying to get our hands on that map, yes. Just for reassurance purposes that beyond reasonable doubt, we are definitely in the right area. And we've been unsuccessful in locating that. Any other questions regarding this case? Okay. I'm going to elaborate and put to squash some rumors. We have in our possession a baby that was found in a lunchbox back in the 1960s. In no way is this related to the Williamsons' babies at all. And just to be as transparent as possible with this baby in a lunchbox. Again, it was found in a partition wall of a home that was being torn down by contractors. It was in Aaronville Borough, Cambria County. Joseph Govecker was the coroner at that time. Since then, this baby and the lunchbox have been passed down from corner to corner. It has been used in high school presentations, different types of lectures of police and medical professionals. And since I have become coroner, this baby has never left this office. And we have been trying, since I have taken office, to properly bury this baby. It is the law in Pennsylvania that nobody can be buried without a death certificate and also proper documentation of a burial permit. I don't know anything about this baby other than what was passed along to me when I first started here in 2000. I don't have any investigative reports, paperwork. We do have some news articles So, if you're, I'll answer the question before it's even asked. You know, what the heck have you been doing since you've been coroner with this? It is taking, unfortunately, an astronomical amount of time. It's very frustrating, but I have to follow the law. And I just can't take this baby to the cemetery and bury it. We are working with a local funeral home, and I have been in contact with many funeral homes in the area. And we are waiting for proper documentation and authority from the Department of Health in order to bury this baby properly. I have studied this case. We thought we could use genetic genealogy to assist us. And genetic genealogy cannot be used on a stillborn baby. So I had a forensic pathologist at Forensic DX do an external examination and x-rays for two reasons. One, to soundly confirm if there is any trauma or anything suspicious, and also to properly age this baby. That exam was done a couple years ago, and it was determined that the baby was a stillborn, approximately 22 weeks gestation. Therefore, the genetic genealogy that we were hoping to use cannot be used. So, again, we are currently at a standstill, unfortunately. We are at the mercy of the Department of Health at this time. Since then, I have removed the baby from the lunchbox. I have placed the baby in a quilted blanket that was made, and the baby has been put in a sealed vault that is in our evidence room and will remain there, again, until we can properly, again, do what is right. Is there any questions regarding that? And again, you folks that know me, you know I'm very transparent, open and honest, right to the point. And after this press conference has ended, I want to give each of you time to photograph and video the lunchbox and the vault, and any questions that you may have. I also am going to provide you, each of you today, with information regarding the ground penetrating radar device that we will be using this Friday. And I also have a photograph, an illustration of how this technology works. And I'll answer any questions at that time as well. But is there any other questions for me regarding either one of these cases? Okay, I thank you very much.